we talk about Zoro and the possibility of him having a new sword, everyone can only think of his master, Jackal Mihawk's Yoru. But what if this isn't his ultimate weapon? What if to become the greatest swordman in the world, Zoro needs to use the almighty Ace? Yes, folks, while this is not a katana, which is his main sword style, Ace is an extremely strong sword, Gol D Rogers' ancient sword, better known as the Pirate King. After all, was this sword really any good? Could Zoro be wielding this incredibly strong weapon? Could Zoro be using this sword in the future? Well, that's the topic of today's video. But first of all, if you want to be a Pirate King like me and achieve eternal glory, go ahead and press the like button with all the power of your Akuma no Mi. And if you're new here, my dear sailor, already subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to activate the notification bell so you don't miss any new video here from Anime Joy Boy, okay? Then join this crew that will dominate the entire Grand Line and the New World. Now, without further ado, let's get to this epic video. And well, my dear pirate, the sword called Ace already had an owner, the king of the pirates himself, and even this sword is so powerful that Roger gave without much difficulty to Oden and his powerful Emma, and Whitebeard and his Vicento Murakomogiri. And if there were any doubts about this sword, they will all end now, because this sword is simply one of the 12 legendary weapons that have the highest grade of swords in the entire world of One Piece. Not to mention that probably, when it's imbued with a king's haki like Roger did, it will be simply monstrous, capable to destroy everything in front of you. Not to mention that she has already clashed with the Whitebeard's Murakomogiri toe to toe, and as we know, Whitebeard's main weapon is huge, not to mention Whitebeard's own strength and power. So yes, my dear sailors, this sword is very powerful, but will Zoro be able to control such power? Does Zoro already have what it takes to wield the legendary lamb of the Pirate King? Well, I believe so, because Zoro already was able to hold Enma and finally learn how to use it in the best way, so it wouldn't be impossible for Zoro to be able to wield a sword like this, which basically speaking will be a natural evolution in the sword hierarchy. Zoro already uses one of the strongest swords, and of course, it's not at the level of Ace sword that was Roger's. However, Zoro is already starting to wield Enma with much more mastery, and he knows that he has Haki of the King, and that it makes you extremely strong, but it also serves you to help deliver stronger attacks with your swords. Zoro will use Ace with great mastery, and he's starting to understand how the sword that sucks his armament haki and his king haki work, and knowing that, he understands that these swords want haki, so he can strengthen them and simply transform into a real sword demon. The bigger question here is, how would Zoro get the powerful Ace? Well, Zoro aims to make Luffy the Pirate King, and for that to happen, they need to end up finding One Piece, and how Roger was never seen with this sword again, being last seen when he fought Whitebeard 2 years ago before his execution in Locktown, so Zoro could end up finding Ace among Roger's treasures or something like that. My biggest doubts are against whom he could use this sword, and well, the list is quite long. First, he would use it against enemies that he judged extremely strong and that are capable of defeating him, and would use this sword to inflict very strong damage to his enemies that have a lot of resistance, as well as Kizaru, Akainu, or even against Blackbeard to help Luffy. And I also believe he will use it in battles against gigantic hordes of enemies, delivering an attack like the Kamusari that Roger uses to make Oden fly away. But of course, I wanted to see an Ashura blow or a Tatsumaki being used by Zoro with Ace in his possession along with his haki. That will be indeed a great dream. Finally, folks, would Zoro be able to conquer one of the biggest weapons in One Piece? And with that in question, do you think that Zoro will be able to wield the great Ace of the Pirate King? After all, would Zoro have enough power to use this weapon? And what do you think will be the weapon that would best match Zoro? Now I want to know what do you guys think, so please leave it in the comments. And of course, if you made it this far, it's because you like the content, so it doesn't hurt to subscribe to our channel and become one more member of our fleet, dear sailor. And of course, do not forget to press the like button, that helps a lot in spreading the video and the channel, so help us to become the largest fleet of pirates here on YouTube, okay? A big hug for everyone, and until the next video,